It's 9 minutes after the hour here on the Irish Wayne program. Please welcome to the program the next president of the United States, Donald Trump. Good morning, Mr. Trump.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. I've been good.
We're totally in the tank for you now, we've decided.
I know. I've been hearing. That's what the rumor is. It's a good rumor.
So, let me ask you a couple of questions.
Okay.
The way Washington works, I think, the way you can get a congressman or a senator to vote for something is for some lobbyist to give them money.
Right.
So how do you change that culture?
You vote for Trump because it's going to be a much different deal. It's, I'm self-funding my campaign, Don. I'm the only one. And, out of all of them, on both sides, I'm the only one self-funding my campaign. And, the lobbyists are they have a heavy, big stake in this. They have a very, very big stake. They are supporting some of the candidates outright, and special interests, same thing. And you have tremendous amounts of money being poured down the drain in terms of the country, and that's the way it is. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. But a lot of people like the fact that I'm self-funding and I'm not taking anybody's money.
Well, I understand that, but my question, actually, it doesn't make any difference because Barney and I and others have decided we don't care how you answer the question. It doesn't make any difference to us. We want you to be elected. It's irrelevant. Even people, I was talking about this when I actually mean this. Well, I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. I think people who actually don't support you and may not like you are going to be disappointed if you don't get elected, because nobody likes Hillary Clinton. I mean, nobody likes her.
Not too many. No, not too many. You think she'll make it, right? You think she's going to be able to skirt through? She's got some problems right now.
Well, I heard my friend Megyn Kelly last night say that the FBI now has 150 people on this case. Now, with all of the terrorism in the world and other things that the FBI has to do, they're not going to devote 150 agents to something where there's no substance to it. So she may be in trouble.
She could be in big trouble. I mean, the theory was that she's going to be protected by the Democrats, but she could very well be in big trouble, Don. We'll see. We're going to know soon enough.
How are you doing in Iowa?
I think really well. A poll came out yesterday. I'm in number one place. The Quinnipiac poll. I'm in number one place again. And it's a close contest, Iowa, but I think we're going to do very well there. And New Hampshire is a fantastic, it's a very big lead, and South Carolina, very big lead, and we're really, I think we're doing very well. Overall, doing very well. I think we're going to do well in Iowa.
Do you know what RFD is?
RFD.
It's a television. It's the Rural Television Network.
Okay.
They're in about 50 million homes.
Right.
And everybody, I'm in Texas, everybody, all in rural America, that's all they watch. Well, it's not all they watch, but they get a lot of their information from RFD, from it's 345 on DirecTV. It's a great network, particularly for reaching people in Iowa. So I happen to know the guy who runs it.
Okay.
And he said, could you get Trump to be on? I said, I'll ask him. So I sent some information over to your office, but I didn't get any response. But they do, it's not one of those deals where they're going to ask you a bunch of idiotic questions that nobody wants to answer, but they've had some of the candidates on, and they do a thing out of Des Moines.
Right.
And all these people who live and vote in Iowa watch them, and it would do you a lot of good to go on there, I think.
I'll go on. If you give me the info, I'll go on. I mean, it's fine. I would like that.
I'll send it to
Rona.
That's what I'll do.
Yeah, send it. I'll take care of it.
So when the Chinese market goes to hell, it was down 7% the other morning in 29 minutes, and they shut it down.
Right.
And idiots like me think, oh, good, I'm glad they're having problems. But really, as soon as I come to my senses, I realize that it then causes problems for us and for our market.
Right.
So as president, what would you do? Is there anything you could do about that?
Well, it's an overheated market. It's a market that's probably a bubble. We don't know that yet. It's been looking like a bubble. They shut it down. As soon as it's ready to explode, they shut it down. They do it a little bit differently than us, right? If it goes down a little bit too much, boom, they close it. They say, everybody go home. No more trading. But it really is a bubble. It's a bubble waiting to bad things can happen, and we're going to be taken down with it because we're so tied into China. So they manipulate their currency they have it down to a science. They're trying to do it more. They want to lower their currency further so they can take more of our jobs and more of our money. But we'll see what happens. I mean, they are in trouble. They're overdoing it, and they have a bubble, and the bubble is at least starting to pop.
Well, my question is, what could you do about it?
Well, you have to ride it. I mean, you have to really ride it, and you have to get less reliant on the Chinese market. Our country is so reliant on that boost of heroin that it is not good for our country. I've been talking about this for years, Don. I've been talking about it for you, with you for years. And the problem is their manipulation of currency is so massive, and it's been so long that they've been doing this that they put the United States in a very bad position in terms of competition, in terms of competing. And we have a trade deficit with China that's so massive now, it's over $500 billion. If you think about it, we have a deficit of over $500 billion a year with China. It's wonderful to trade with people, but that's a lot of money for the sake of trading. So it's not good for us. It has not been good for us.
Talking with Donald Trump here in the Imus Wayne program. So they captured El Chapo.
Yeah.
Somebody asked him about Trump, and he said, mi amigo, which means my friend.
Yeah. What did he mean by that exactly?
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. Maybe he was being sarcastic. He could have been sarcastic because I was saying certain little things. He could have been, or I don't know. I mean, whatever. He is certainly an interesting character, isn't he? In a world of boring people, Don, he's interesting.
He had $100 million price in your head there for a while, didn't he?
I think so.
Maybe he was being sarcastic.
Maybe he was. Who knows? But it was amazing when you see a tunnel go right up his shower, and he leaves, and they don't find him, and he almost made it this time too. He had another tunnel. He's pretty good with tunnels, but he came very close to making it this time.
This back to this Quinnipiac poll this morning, showing you ahead in Iowa, and we get you on RFD. I'm convinced. I'm actually being serious. I don't have any dog in this, obviously, but it's going to put you over the top in Iowa because you win Iowa and win New Hampshire and then go into South Carolina. But in your view, do you have to win all those?
I don't think you have to. I think if I won Iowa, I think it's a big win for me because I'm very close right now. I mean, it's between myself and Ted Cruz, who's tied. We're sort of tied, more or less. But if I won Iowa, and I think a lot of people, the theory is a lot of people are going to come out to vote for me, but it's not polled. Now, I don't know if that's right. A lot of very smart people are saying that because I have the biggest groups. If the people that come and see me speak go out and vote, everybody says Trump will win. But the question is whether or not they'll go out and vote. Now, they stand online for 5 hours. So you say, why wouldn't they go in for 15 minutes and vote? But we're going to find out. We're going to find out very soon.
You put out an Instagram ad showing photographs of the Clintons with Bill Cosby and Anthony Weiner. What was the message there?
Well, I think the message was that she's not quite as pure as she would like to pretend. And she's got to be careful with what she says. She said some things that were incorrect, and she has to be a little bit careful. She is not having a great campaign. She's not having fun. You're supposed to have fun in a campaign. I don't think Hillary's having fun.
Be a great debate between you and her, wouldn't it?
Well, they say it would be great, and they say that if we run, we'll have the highest voter turnout in history, and I think that's right. Just look at the debates. I mean, from the ratings world, you're in it better than anybody. I hear you're doing really well, by the way, which is good. Makes me happy because we've been together a long time, you and I, right? A long time.
Yeah.
I don't even want to say. Hey, Don, I don't even want to say how long, but it's been a long time, and you've been a great guy, and I hear you're doing well. But they say it's going to be the highest voter turnout in the history of the country. And I think that's true. It will be great. And a lot of those people coming in will come for me because they're tired of this system.
Well, I've started to notice, I think I probably told you this, I've started to notice the difference in all these rodeos in Texas. I said, man, there's something going on here. So people say to me, "Hey, what do you think of Trump?" I mean, so let's start to spread across the country. So now Bernard and I are. We might as well be paid employees of yours because we're really in the tank for you. We don't want anything. We just are. That's all.
No, but I want you to be. I want you to be totally in that tank. I mean,
yeah, we are.
Yeah.
And Bernard's,
all right, man.
Bernard's been doing a good job also, Don. But I expect you both to be totally in the tank.
Thanks very much. Donald Trump here on the Imus Morning program.